What's up? What's up, everybody? It's Fat Thor Podcast. I'm Andy Gunnan. With me, as always, Jody C. Ted, TikTok, and Midget Mafia OG.
What's up?
What's up, everybody? It's Thursday. We're back on schedule Thursday. Starting a little early, but other than that, we're good. I needed to get done early because I got a lot to do today. I am running behind, and shoot, I thought I was going to be late, but Jody showed up like in 3 minutes before this thing was supposed to start. But
Better late than never. I told you that.
Never, better late than never. Usually, you're always beating me, which is fine.
Yeah.
You got me worried. I was like, what's going on? No, I've had a hectic morning myself. I had to go get my oil change this morning in my truck because I didn't do it yesterday because I totally forgot, and wash my truck. So I'm hitting the road tomorrow to go to New Orleans. I'm driving to New Orleans tomorrow to do a show at 7 o'clock and then jumping back in my truck and driving straight back here tomorrow, get home 4 in the morning before I jump on a plane in New York Saturday. So, and then the next week, then I'm here, and then I'm going to PA. I'm back Monday, and then go to PA or Maryland, PA. So we're back on the circuit. Everything's back into gear.
Busy.
Yeah. And I got my oil changed and had an issue because they didn't have my oil filters at the place I normally get my oil changed. I'm like, God dang, so I had to go down the other place that had them, and then found out I'm missing 2 skid plate screws. I got mad, went back to the other place. We had it, and then I looked at my clock. I was like, I got plenty of time. My wife called me. She's flying back, so I got to pick her up at the airport at 4. And it's just been hectic. And I was like, I got plenty of time. It's 9:30. I'm hungry. Walked in the house, went over to the microwave. The microwave said 10:35. My car said 9:35. I was like, son of a biscuit.
One of the clocks you haven't changed.
The only one.
Yeah.
AI got a hold of everything else and changed everything else.
Yeah.
I didn't have to do nothing except for my truck. My Tacoma is like, nope, we're Japanese. We are not doing it.
My wife's Nissan's the same way. You have to redo it yourself.
Yeah, and I just
Crazy.
I haven't been in my truck in a week and a half, 2 weeks since I've been off the road a week and a half, so I haven't jumped back in it since the time change.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there just talking to my wife, and I just looking at her. I was like, God, man, I got a lot done this morning in an hour. I got a lot done in an hour. How did I get all that done in an hour? And then I was like, oh no, that was not the case.
And then it just messes the rest of the day up.
Oh yeah. It messes the rest of the day up. Oh, I'm in a internal like tizzy, like just wound up, like, oh crap. And I'm like,
you still know you got enough time. You got plenty of time, but it messes with you.
But it messes with me because I still got to go to Costco. Costco don't open until 10 o'clock. So when we get done with this, I got to haul ass to Costco, load up because I got to do all the shopping. So I got to make sure my wife has all her Coke Zeros and everything in water. So when I'm on the road, she doesn't have to worry about going to the store. So she can just keep working. And then when she's done with work, she don't have to go do nothing, which is fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Because I'm here during the day. Usually during the week sometimes, except for this week coming up. I'm only going to be here Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm gone tomorrow. I walk back in the door at 4 a.m. on Saturday. She's then got to take me to the airport at 9:30, jump on a plane at 12 to go to New York. So, it all pays off. So, anyways.
And then you get old and everything slows down.
Oh, shut it. Nothing. I'm never getting old. I will die before I get old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I found out I'm all on my start. Anyways, it's been a weird tizzy morning for me. I'm going on a rant for 4 minutes for no reason. Okay, we're back. We're back with the show. We're back here with the podcast. That's literally what this podcast is. It's therapy for me. It's just a rant. It's nothing productive. There's nothing topical. We talk about nothing but what is bothering Andy today.
Yeah. Should be the headliner.
That should be the headline. You're talking about nothing of productivity, nothing interesting other than what is bothering Andy today. That is it.
Yeah.
That is it. How was your St. Patty's Day?
When was that?
It was last Friday.
Oh, well then it was good.
That's Friday, because we talked about eating corned beef, and you were like, I don't like corned beef. And I was like, how are we friends? You're like, I like it with mustard. I said, me too. You go, no, you can't look at it and you can't see it.
Yeah, you just got to cover it.
Fun fact. So I made 3 corned beefs because my wife will eat a whole one to herself. My stepdaughter will eat a whole one herself. And I could eat one. So I stopped making 2 and now I make 3.
Yeah.
Only to find out my stepdaughter was like, "Oh, she's not going to be here this weekend. She's going to be at her dad's." And because my wife went out of town for work Monday morning, she flew out. This is one of the few times she has flown out. First time this year. Usually she used to travel all the time, but
yeah.
She goes, "Since I'm going to be gone, I just told her she could stay at her dad's if she wanted to." And I was like, "Oh." So she goes, "So you're going to have to eat this corned beef?" And I was like, "So I've been eating corned beef since Friday."
Good for you.
I'm
glad it's not me.
Did you know if you eat enough corned beef that your pee smells like corned beef? Asparagus, they say asparagus makes it, but man, you eat enough corned beef, you pee corned beef. Okay, I'm just saying.
I'll take your word for it. Take your word for it.
I was standing there peeing. I was like, "I smell corned beef." I'll go, "Oh, it's me." If you eat enough of anything. So they're right about the pineapple. So guys, the whole myth about pineapple and everything, apparently it's true. Just don't go to the corned beef route.
No. Don't worry, I won't.
But I had a great St. Patty's Day. Started off early. I started off with my car bombs, and apparently my brain, because I haven't been drinking. I don't drink that much anymore. I drink like once a week, have a few beers with a buddy of mine. And when I'm in town on Sunday, just to wind down, I've been so busy, which is good. It's a good thing. But my mind, and I was like, and I even bought some stuff to do, have a couple of car bombs. I was like, we're going to day drink. We're gonna have an early day. We're just going to, because I don't want to be out at night, Friday night. Everybody's going to come out 7:30, 8 o'clock, act like a bunch of maniacs. Let's just have some beers during the day, some corned beef, have some fun, go to a couple of our local bars that we hang out at early, be done early, come home, go to bed, be responsible. My mind, and something said, "Hey, drink every car bomb that you can." So I had 2 here. Only had a couple of bites of corned beef. I was like, "We got out of day," and I haven't day drank in a while. So I was like, "All right, let's go." My buddy came over. We went to a little place down that was open down in Sonoya. So we'll start there. Had a beer there. We were like, "Let's go back to Peachtree City. Let's go back to our local place." They weren't open yet. We called them. They said, "Yes, we're here. Y'all can come on in. We don't open for an hour, but come on in." And I'm like, "Look, we're here day drinking. We're going to be done early." And boy, was I, because I got there and they had a $4 Jameson special. And Jameson is my jam. And now Jameson shots are about $7.50, $8. So I don't drink them when I'm out anymore. If I drink them, they're at the house. It's whatever. They go $4 Jameson today. And I was like, no. And I go, "What about car bombs?" They go, "We'll match the price. $4 car bombs." And I was like, "Don't tell me this." I go, "Well, because now for some reason I have to drink every one you have."
It's a challenge.
And now it's a challenge. Now I have to drink every car bomb you have because they're $4. They've never been $4. It's like half off. It's like I got a half off shot plus a bonus, plus a bonus free beer. So now that's all I'm doing. And that's literally all I'm doing. And I started calling friends. Or $4 car bombs come over. By the time everybody showed up to hang out 7:30, I was gone. Apparently, I had conversations about pedicures. I don't remember. My buddy walked in. He said, "Yeah." I said, "Dick said sorry." I said, "Hey, man, it was good to see you." I said, he goes, "Yeah." When I walked in at 6, he goes, "I got there at 4:30. I said, "Oh, yeah, I remember." Yes. He goes, "When I walked in, you were already like," he goes, "I could see the sheet of just," he goes, "You were gone." He goes, "You were just like, happy." And I was like, "Man, I was happy $4. I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "You had a mission." He goes, "You had a mission." And everybody's complaining because I just kept saying, "Bring us more car bombs." Apparently, I bombed the entire country of Ireland and Peachtree City, but I was good. Then at 7:30, I was ready to go home. Like, I could take me home. I went to bed like 8:30. I was like, so what happened? My wife's like, "You did exactly what you said you were going to do. You're going to be done early. You had fun. I don't think you ate."
But how did you sleep?
Fantastic.
I
slept like a champion.
Yeah.
I slept amazing. I think I slept 12 hours. Woke up at 7:30, 8 o'clock next morning. She was like, "Yeah, you're home in bed by 9. I was like, "Oh, God, that's awesome." And then I was just tired Saturday. I wasn't hungover. I was just tired. I was like, "Holy crap." Still got it, damn it. And so it was, I was just tired, but I had a great time. And now I've been eating corned beef for the last 7 days. So 6 days. Yeah, because I got a little bit left today. I've eaten corned beef and eggs. I've eaten corned beef sandwiches. I've eaten corned beef sliders. I'm running out of things to make corned beef.
No.
What do you mean, no? It's great. I've gone through a whole bottle of mustard.
I can imagine. Yeah.
So that was my St. Patrick's Day. It was fun. But it's not as fun as it is in New York. But I'm going to be in New York this weekend. I'm excited. I'm going to be in New Jersey, New York. I'm going to be eating pizza and bagels and eating and eating. Anyway.
So I know you did a post about you're only eating when you feel like eating.
Yeah. See, now here's the thing. Yes, I did post that because this past week I went off the rails. So I've been traveling a lot on the road and stuff. So I kind of been driving back and forth all over from Ohio, Illinois, and everything. And mentally, I kept saying, I got to lose some weight. How I'm going to do this. And so I was like, here's the best thing. I started realizing I was going. I wasn't eating until I was hungry. And then there were times I was only eating like once a day or maybe twice a day on the road. And I wasn't eating bad. I was just eating smaller and eating fat, just one here or there. And I lost like 15 pounds. That and I haven't been drinking. That and I have not been drinking beer. I stopped drinking beer. So that's what I was saying. I hadn't drank in months. That's what I was saying. I was like, something said when they said $4 car, I was like, oh, now it's a it's like now it's go time, So I haven't drank. So part of it, stopped drinking beer, and the other part, I was only eating when I was hungry, and I was literally getting down to where I was eating one meal a day, and I was like, oh, this is good, this is great, this is a good thing, right? Well, not this weekend because I had 3 corned beefs to eat. My wife's been out of town, so I've been making chicken fingers and corned beef, and I've gained 3 or 4 pounds back in the last 5 days, and I'm like, okay, we can't do this. We were on a good path. Let's get back to what I was doing. I kind of sat down and realized I was like, okay, I'm sitting around. I'm at home. I'm not on the road. I've got to get back to don't eat after 8 and only eat if I'm hungry. So that means if I wake up and I'm not hungry, which happens a lot, and if I don't get hungry to 11, 12 o'clock, then I'll eat at 11 or 12. And it might be 1. But once I'm hungry, then I'll eat. And then don't eat again after 8. And I was getting to where I was only eating 1 meal a day. And it's a decent meal. There's nothing wrong with that. And so I was like, I need to get back on that. And so yesterday I realized like I need to get back on that because I'm going back to New York. I am going to eat some pizza and some bagels. I'm kind of going off the rails up there a little bit, but I need to get back to that because I'm going to be on the road again. And I was like, if I'm hungry, I don't want to stop 3-4 times. And I was on a good path. I've already lost 15 pounds. I've gained 4 back. So let's get back to the 15 we've lost and lose another 15. That's my whole thing. So I realized that me eating like that, and they call it intermittent fasting, whatever. I'm just calling it, don't eat unless you're hungry. Stop eating when you think you're full.
Yeah.
Push the damn plate away. Like yesterday, I had a couple extra chicken fingers, some waffle fries. I was like, just throw them away. I was about to eat them because I was bored just sitting in it. So I just threw it away. I was like, just throw it away. I didn't need it. I'd already eaten 6 or 7 chicken fingers and half of the thing. I'm like, this is good. This is good. We're good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing if I was like powering up to do a marathon or something, but I'm not working out. I'm not powerlifting. I'm not doing marathons. I don't need the extra calories. Reuben egg rolls. Yes, I thought about the Reuben egg rolls. It's too much work. It's too much work. But if somebody wants to make them, I will eat them. I've had them. I like them. Too much work for me. All I need was the egg roll wrappers, but it's too much work. Too much work. Too much work to make them up and then eat them in like less than 60 seconds.
Yeah. You can be like me. I woke up at 4 o'clock last night, and I realized I didn't eat the whole day.
4 o'clock in the afternoon?
This morning.
Oh, 4 8.
I'm in bed this morning going, man, I'm hungry. And then I realized I didn't eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, nothing.
So that's bad. You need to at least eat once a day, okay?
Yeah.
You need to eat once a day, even if it's something small, even if it's something, a little sandwich. Doesn't have to be a full meal. Just a little something to get that body and that metabolism going and keep your body focused. But yeah, there's a lot of times I'll wake up, I'm not hungry. And then I'll just eat because my wife's a breakfast, then I'm like, wait. So I stopped that. And that's where I've realized now with my metabolism, now with what I'm doing, it's like the best thing for me is just don't eat unless I'm hungry.
Yeah.
keep my mind occupied, go write, go do something. But now that I'm going to be back in my truck for 10, 11 hours, going from point A to point, tomorrow's a 6.5 hour ride there in 6.5 hours. So I'm going to be on the road 13 hours.
Yeah.
To do one show and then come back. So I'll be busy again. So the busier I keep me, the less I'm likely to board eat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
Or grab a bowl of ice cream or something stupid.
Yeah.
Which is good every now and then. And it's not bad once a week or twice a week, you know. But you can't do it every freaking day.
Yeah. Well, we've gotten a bad habit of when we want it, just grabbing it.
Right. When you want to just grab, and that's you got to stop that. That's some bad habits I picked up from 2020. I'll be honest, that has rolled over.
Yep.
And I've kind of figured it out, and I've gone back to it. I'm like, okay, I got to permanently stop this. And me and my wife were talking about it because she's like, I've gained weight. I don't feel great. And I was like, well, I'm figuring out what I need to do because my body's different than hers. And hers is way different. You know, it's like I'm figuring out I only need to eat when I'm hungry, and then throw the plate away if there's food on there. Like I'm kind of full. Just stop. Just don't do it. And just move on. And then, you know, and then the fact that I cut beer out majority, you know, only once a week every now and then, it's like, okay, that's helped too. So it's like, and I am on the path. I'm going to start walking again and start working out. So, but that's a slow fold in. That's a slow fold in. But my goal is like, so I'm on the road and I'm going to be staying at a bunch of nice hotels, at a casino and a few other places on the road next week. So I'm taking my gym shorts. So when I'm bored in the room, instead of just laying around on the bed or being a lazy butt, I'm going to actually go down to the gym that they have for free since you're staying there. I'm going to get on a treadmill and walk 2-3 miles or, you know, do something for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And then at least if I start doing that, you know, on the road, that will kickstart me to want to do it when I'm home. And then hopefully that'll keep a progression going. You know, start working out 2-3 because they got me on this high cholesterol medicine stuff now, and I don't want to be on it. And I was like, the only way to really fix that is like lose some weight,
change
that, and be a little bit more active. And I haven't been active. I've been in my truck, been at home, been at truck, get on the stage, go to bed. That's it. It's like, anyways, how are we getting all these? Is this from YouTube? We keep getting every podcast these. I love comments. I love when people comment. They want to join in. They want to share. They want to like whatever. But then we keep getting these people posting these goddamn bot promos.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know who the plastic simp is about promoting your channel and viewers. Yeah. I literally want to go to strangle these people.
Yeah. Instead of being at the White House worried about TikTok, we need to be worried about that crap.
Yeah, I mean these things pop up every goddamn show. I mean, whatever. I was excited. Somebody wrote something. I was like, oh, let's talk. Oh, okay, never mind. Chat box.
Yeah.
But by the way, and it's telling me it's like their price is lower than any competitor, and they get me followers, not chatbots. But yet, this is a chatbot telling me it's not going to get me a chatbot.
Yeah.
So stupid.
And people fall for it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, people fall for it all the time. I mean, they wouldn't still be advertising and do it if people didn't fall for it.
Yeah.
Look, I'm telling you, I want more followers just like anybody else. I need them, want them. You know, helps you get booked, helps you get exposure. I get that. Trust me, I'm one of the biggest advocates for followers now, or needing. But I want to do it organically. Or, you know, now they're like, oh no, you can't get around the algorithms. You know, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Jody figured it out. I broke it a little bit originally. You know, I got suppressed because I like to talk and be funny, and they go, oh no, that's not funny. That's hurtful. That's my feelings. And I'm like, I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
They go, well, you took a picture of a cop tasing a woman in Walmart and basically said that you were going to order one for your wife on Amazon. I was like, well, yeah, because it's funny, because that's the only way you can get her to stop shopping.
Yeah.
It's funny. No, that's harmful.
We're past the funny part now.
Yeah, we're fast. Yeah, everything's offensive. Everything's hurts my feelings.
Yeah.
Oh, so stupid. So stupid. Oh, I got some. Well, we got some topics. I told you to be ready.
Yeah.
We only got 20 minutes in me complaining. No, here's all my shows coming up. So here's all my shows coming up. The one that it sold out, I'm really weird. I'm really kind of nervous about. It is it's a fundraiser for the American Cancer Society.
Yeah.
It's a dinner / entertainment thing before the race, and they're having like a pasta bar because it's like everybody carb up and run. And it's like, hey man, you gotta be really clean. It's like, I am clean. They go, but I'm not like squeaky. Like I don't cuss or nothing, you know. And
Yeah.
I got little innuendos that are kind of fun and say, you know, and they're like, no,
Yeah.
and I'm like, so kind of weird. It's kind of weirded me out now. I'm like, how clean do I gotta be? Which is fine. I got a bunch. I got stuff, and so I wrote a bunch of marathon and running jokes. And buddy of mine's like, hey, get rid of half of that. And I read them. I was like, yeah, it's pushing the envelope. It's pushing the envelope. I should read them.
Watch all your Disney movies.
We'll get canceled. I think if I read 2 of these.
Yeah. Watch all your Disney movies. They hide that shit everywhere.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I got anyways, it's funny, but it's like, you know, whatever. I don't care. I'm gonna have fun with it.
Well, the thing is it's probably funny as crap and would work about 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you know, here's the thing. I'm not worried about it. I'm just gonna do my normal set, and if they don't like it, they don't like it. It's whatever. Because I mean, and I've heard, you know, and it's probably a man because I've heard of some of these corporate things, like these fundraiser things, are like, oh, you got to be like really clean. You got to keep, you know, you really can't push anything. It's like, well, I'm gonna pull some of my bar stuff out, but I still don't cuss when I do some of my bar stuff.
Yeah,
it's just talking to, you know, and I'm like, so now I'm like all weirded out because I'm like, I don't want to get fired. I want to do them again, but you know, at the same time, it's like
it's one of the things where you got to step up there and feel everybody and see what you can pull off.
I know. Man, and it's going to be until I get there. So, and they'll watch. I'll get there. I'll be all in my head. And I'll be like, oh, this is great. Or I'll be like, oh, shoot. I don't got nothing. No, but I was just going to talk about me not running. I've got bad knees and sharp toes and, you know. And I did write one little joke. It was like, you know, if anybody gets pulled over if anybody gets stopped during the race by the cops today, or anybody stops you, everyone today can legally use the race card. My buddy was like, do not say that.
Yeah.
You will get fired. You will get fired the second you say that.
It's funny though.
Thank you. I thought it was funny.
Yeah. Oh.
He was like,
yeah, it's definitely a borderline one.
He was like, you will definitely get fired for that.
Yeah.
Now,
which is sad.
The other one, which I did write, which I will not do at that show. I will not do at that show. It's pretty, you know, I've had a couple of friends die from cancer here lately, and it's very, I'm all about, you know, I think we've got a cure. They're just not letting it out. That's just one of my opinions. Let's not get down that road.
Yep.
But it is bad because I've had family members die from it, and I've recently had friends die from it. So I'm all about being a part of this thing and helping raise money.
Yeah.
But I'm also, the comedian part of me wants to have fun with it and make because it is hard. It is sad. It is a weird thing because we're there to raise money for a good cause for a lot of family members and kids that have died. But at the same time, we got to make fun. You know, we got to kind of make fun and have fun and juggle it. I'm like, but I want to kind of make fun at it a little bit more direct.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Well, it's like you said, it's a sad thing. It's a funny. That's like when my dad had cancer. Some of the crap he pulled was hilarious.
Right.
Just plain simply hilarious.
Right, exactly. It is. And you know, and I wrote like another joke I wrote, which I will say right here on the podcast. It's going to go out there in the world. It's probably going to get me canceled. It's probably going to get me fired. But I don't care as long as I get the next Saturday and do the show and I get paid. I'm okay. But I did look this up. But the American Cancer Society is like their marathons or races are like one of the top earning fundraising events that they do.
Yeah.
And that's only because you can't beat cancer.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Leave that one at home.
Yeah.
It's funny though.
Thank you. I thought it was funny too.
No, the problem is you gotta have a sense of humor with this crap.
Right, and that's a little. And that was,
Too many people don't.
but I had to write it down to get it out of my head to get to
Yeah.
other stuff to try to write better. I'm like, okay, chop it out.
Yeah.
You know, it's like my mind goes like way out there. It's like, okay, let's. You know, it's like, yeah, that's a little far out there.
The same thing when I'm writing this stupid music. You write down the stupidest crap, and then it leads to something else.
Yeah, but you got to get it out of your head. Just and then
Yeah.
somebody's sitting there going, man, I really want to see the people's reaction, good or bad.
Yeah.
I just want to see the reaction. Like even sometimes knowing that you got a joke like that or a joke that's really not going to hit, like it's a 50-50 or 80-20.
Yeah.
You still want to do it because even a bad reaction is so much fun up there. People are like, oh, I was that. I'm like, no, it's fun to watch people pull back and cringe
Yeah.
and pull away from you. It's really fun because then as long as you know you got something lined, like, okay, there's our line.
Yeah.
There's
And the thing is too, when you get to that point, people start following you because they want to see more crap that you do.
Yeah, I'll throw one or two every now and then into a set somewhere just to see where our baseline is.
Yeah.
Just see where your baseline is, and then go, okay, that's the baseline. Because I've got all this other stuff. It's like, I know this will work, and I
Yeah.
can sell it. But let's just because sometimes there won't be, you can't get a reaction, and sometimes a bad reaction is getting a reaction to break the ice to get to the good reactions or whatever reaction you want.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun. So yeah, I had this locked in. My buddy was like, I sent it to, he's been doing comedy 20 plus years. He like worked at the Comedy Store, and you know, he goes, do not do that. I was like, dude, I had to write it. It's like I know someone is probably written this joke or something similar.
Yeah.
I know it's probably very similar. I was like, but I had to get it out of my head. He's like, do not. He goes, it's funny, but don't do it there. Do not do it. He goes, matter of fact, don't ever do it on a show. You'll probably get the same reaction universally.
Yeah.
Even at a club. But anyways, but they were supposed to be meant to be funny, corny, kind of cheesy kind of things, you know, just to have in my back pocket. So, but yeah, no.
Lighten that mood up.
Anyways, Blockbuster. I think I sent you this. They went the website went live, I think 2 days ago, a couple of days ago. Magically, all of a sudden, Blockbuster.com, if anybody doesn't know, has been owned by Dish Network for 20-something plus years since they went under. Dish Network bought it, put it up under their umbrella, didn't do anything with it. Bought it for $228 million. The fact that they spent $228 million didn't do jack crap with it. And there's that one Blockbuster still owned up in Ontario that's locally owned. They're all locally owned. I never realized they were all franchised out. They weren't. I thought they were all owned by Blockbuster.
Blockbuster.
They weren't. Because a lot of movie store, and watching the documentary, if you haven't watched the Blockbuster documentary they did a few years ago, I think back in 2020 is when they released it. Go watch it. It's very interesting. It's very. We all know that. I think we all know the story about Netflix. Netflix came from them trying. They came up with the mail, you know, back when you could get them and mail them back and forth. And they tried to sell that to Blockbuster and said, "Hey, this is going to be the next future, the next step. People aren't going to come to stores anymore." And then they're, you know, we've already proven this is working. Will you buy our company? Because we want to go. They wanted to go make movies. They wanted to go make movies. They go, we want to buy them so we can create our own studio. Blockbuster, and that's funny because they told them kick rocks. They told Netflix kick rocks. This will never work. Now Netflix is the biggest badass streaming service there is out there, and they make their own movies. They make their own comedies. They are the end all be all.
Yeah.
So the fact that Blockbuster corporate guys of that. Blockbuster folds, and then Dish Network buys it for $220 and puts it under their umbrella and doesn't do nothing with it. Just we're going to own it and let it die, except for this one store in Ontario. We're going to let them still keep going. We're not going to send them any videos. They got to go to Walmart, buy their own crap. They still have the old DOS system, everything, which is kind of cool and iconic. But then all of a sudden, this goes live. This goes live like 48 hours ago. All of a sudden, Blockbuster, and all it says is it just has the regular logo, be kind while we rewind. Which means we're doing something. Yeah. What are you going to do? Well, of course, everybody's like, oh, brick and mortar. Brick and mortar is not going to work anymore. No. Yes, we'd all probably go, but they wouldn't last long and it wouldn't be feasible. Yeah. I mean, back in the day, we had to go to a store. We had to go to, brick and mortar. We didn't.
And boy, was it fun.
Yeah, and it was fun. And I would stop there when I was, I was 16, I would stop there because my friends, and when you go out, be hanging around all night. And if you get done with your night early with your buddies, either at the movies or Chick-fil-A or hanging out, and you're like, I'm going home, you go buy Blockbuster, see your other friends that were there working, grab a movie or two, or just kill 20, 30 minutes looking around, or go get some of the original UFC tapes, because that's the only way you could watch, brutal fighting or Faces of Death, or you go get you a movie and then go home and hang out. And I would go there and sometimes, on Fridays and just hang out and talk to my friends that were there shopping, friends that were there working. It was just like a hangout. It was, I touched base with that place on a weekend probably 8, 9 times. 10 times. So it's kind of cool. But, people were speculating. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a streaming service like Netflix. I'm pretty sure they're like, all right, this network is like, dishes are done. we bought Blockbuster was done. We bought it. We didn't do nothing with it. We could have done something with it. Now nobody wants our dishes no more. Dishes have come and gone. But before we totally collapse, why don't we take this failed business of this icon thing that everybody, and let's put it back out there, which everybody's going to run to it. Just. And
that's the thing. If they do it right, it's going to take off.
Everybody's going to run to it for now. It's a matter of what they do, how they do it, and how they are able to keep and hold on to the people, because people will flood it. The question is, whatever they're putting together, can they retain it and keep it going? I mean, they're going to take a lot of business, and everybody's like, I want them, I hope they do compete with Netflix. I hope they do start another. But there's so many platforms. There's so many apps. There's like Disney Plus. There's ESPN. Well, if you don't have this, you can't watch this. I'm like, I'm so sick of that crap. I'm so sick of having an app of an app of an app of an app subscription. It's like when
you go to the store and it's like, do you have your membership card?
Oh, fuck, I hate going to Costco, man. I keep it in my pocket. I was like, dude, I'm not walking through this goddamn door without a card. You think I'm gonna go to walk in this goddamn place, go shop, fill up a buggy full of 1,000 pounds worth of crap, go up here and go, oh, I don't have a card, and think you're just gonna let me pay and walk out the door? Now they do have some items. There are items. You do not have to have a card to get in the door or membership, because there are items that you can go buy at Costco, go in and buy them without a membership. And a lot of people don't know this. So the fact they're asking you for a card at the door and trying to like bully you into it, it's I don't even show it to them. I'm like, I got a card in my pocket, dude. We're good. But if I didn't, and then you get bullied, it's like, wait, I'm going to buy these items because there are advertised items to get people in there that they can buy. But then they're going to bully you at the door with a 90-year-old woman. It's like, this is some bullshit, okay? Slow your roll. Open your door, and just, whatever. So stupid. But you're right. But that's a whole nother stuff. But so, it went live, but Blockbuster.com, you can go see the logo, see everything. I'm pretty sure the shirts I made are going to, I could get sued over those now. They're coming back. Well, what's going to be interesting is what they do and how they do it. So we're all going to be on pins and needles, seeing what's going to happen. And it's going to be a streaming service. Now the question is, how much money are they going to throw at it? What's their game plan? Everybody's kind of curious. So it's going to be interesting. It could be the biggest fail ever. It could be the biggest fail, or it could be a big win. They're really going to have to put some stuff behind this. And
well, the fact up, are they going to build it up just enough to be able to sell it?
Well, see, that's the question, man. Are they going to build it? Yeah, that's another question. Like, you can put anything out there when you have that block. And they knew they were sitting on gold at some point. And they'll bring it back later, which everybody's talking about it. You see it on TikTok. So that's fine. And yes, you can throw that back out there. We own this, and we're throwing it back out there, and it's just not what it used to be. Remember Mongoose bikes? Remember all the dirt bike stuff growing up? Then Mongoose released their name and stuff so they could sell Mongoose bikes at Walmart. I'm like, that's just cheaping this down. It's not what it used to be.
Yes.
And all the parents are like buying them for their kids because that's what we grew up with. But those bikes were $300-$400 back then.
Yeah.
Very expensive, very sturdy, high profile. I mean, we could race them. I mean, they were very, interchange stuff. They were very durable.
Yeah.
They come out, they slap Mongoose on a cheaper version and start selling it at Walmart. I get my kid. My son would break a bike every 2 to 3 days, break it in half. I'm like,
yeah.
And then I started realizing these aren't made there. They just bought the name. They licensed the name out to sell,
Yeah.
And so I hope they don't do it. But if they do, they do. That's theirs to do with what they spent $228 million, however, 20-something years ago.
I couldn't imagine spending that and just sitting.
Oh my god, that's what I was saying. And y'all just sat.
Yeah.
Y'all just sat on. I'm pretty sure they had some intentions, but whatever their intentions were just went away. I'm kind of curious about the story about why they sat on it like that. And they were still back then off the satellites and dish service, and I think they realized dish service is getting pretty much trampled by streaming service, Roku's. I mean, it's inevitable. I mean, I get it. Now you got to do something, and why not bring this back? We can make our $228 million back, put our company back on track, and then package it up and sell it off to the Saudis or somebody with money. That's what everybody's doing. Is like, let's package it and sell it to everybody. Let's sell it to the Saudis. They got billions, and they're just like, we'll buy anything you got. And of course you will, because you own everything.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but anyways.
Makes you wonder, though, is that going to start bringing back other companies who have had stuff sitting?
Oh yeah, they do it all the time. If they can, they will pack and say, "Hey, we still." Sometimes they'll just sell the name out. They'll just sell that out. They get money back. Why is Mookie G calling me? Hello.
You on the road to New Orleans yet?
No, I'm not leaving until the morning. I'm doing a podcast with Jody right now.
Oh, hey, fine. Sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. No, I'm not. I'm driving out in the morning.
Oh wait, what show you on?
Friday.
Are we on the same show?
No, you're on the 9 o'clock. I'm gonna have to leave before I see you. I got the 7 o'clock, and then I'm gonna turn around and coming home because I got to be on a plane Saturday morning.
Oh, okay, all right.
Okay, got it. So you're going early to go down there and eat like a good fat boy.
No, I'm not. No. I'm not doing any. I'm not leaving until tomorrow.
Okay, me too.
Yeah, I'm driving out tomorrow.
No, I'm gonna leave at 6-7 o'clock so I can get down there and eat lunch. I'm gonna eat lunch and take a nap. I'm gonna eat lunch about 2-3 o'clock down there in the morning and take a nap before the show.
Okay.
That's my plan.
So you flying out from there? You driving back here?
I'm driving back. I just talked about it on the podcast earlier, but yeah, I'm driving out. I'm driving 6.5 hours there. I'm going to get there about 2 or 3 o'clock. I'm going to try to get there about 1:30, 2 o'clock, eat lunch, hang out, do my show at 7. And then as soon as the show is over, my show is over at 7, I'm jumping in my truck because I got to be back here by 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning because I got to jump on a plane at 12. Some of us got to go to New York. Yeah, me.
I don't have to go to New York.
No, you don't have to. You could, but you don't have to.
I could. I got the Pinky's Up show.
Yes, you got another show. That is correct. Pinky's Up, by the way. If you don't have anything in Atlanta to do, Pinky's Up. Go ahead. You're on speaker. You're on the podcast. Promo it. Here you go. Here, go.
Hey, what's up, everybody? First off, if you're listening to this and you're in the New Orleans area, come see me and Andy tomorrow. He'll be on the 8 o'clock show, and I will be on the 9 o'clock show.
Yeah, 7 o'clock. I'm on the 7. He's on the 9.
Yeah.
Close enough.
And 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
That is correct. You are correct.
Yeah.
You're correct. I forgot about that. Thank you.
Yeah, and then if you are in Metro Atlanta, then you can come out to Roswell, Georgia, to Pinky's Up Beer and Wine on Saturday night. Tickets are $29 because we got to pay for security now.
What's the date? Hold on, we'll talk about security in a minute. But I know, but what's the date?
The date is the 25th. It is this Saturday. 25th show starts at 8. Doors open at 7:15.
Awesome.
Get the tickets. Come on out. Or you can just pay for it at the door. Come on and have a good time with us.
There you go. And now you're fees by security because somebody popped off a Will Smith at one of y'all shows.
It wasn't a Will Smith situation. They didn't go off on the comedians. They got kicked off. They got kicked out for talking too much at the show.
Okay.
You know, I think it was one of Jody's fans, and you know, Jody has some rowdy fans.
Yeah, they rowdy.
Yeah. So, hey.
It's always nice when you have to hire security for a comedy show. It's always fun.
Yeah. And when you say it's fun, it's not fun, you know.
Hey, you know there's going to be entertainment one way or another. Either we're going to laugh or fight.
And hopefully it's just the laughter. That's all we want. Just come on in and laugh.
Oh,
Exactly. Go on in. Well, hey, I'll call you back when we're done with the show here. The Mookie G, everybody.
I'm really happy for you. I'm proud of you, man. You out here doing your thing. You everywhere. Just know, if you need an opener, just talk to me. You know, man.
I am the opener on every show I do. I can't have an opener for the opener when I'm the opener. That's how I'm getting booked.
Well, I can be the opener.
You be the pre-show?
I can be the pre-show.
Nice. I'll ask. All I can do is ask. I'm not in charge of these things.
I got you. But nah, I am happy for you, though, man. You get out there, do your thing, man. Because when you do well, that means we doing well. That's all that matters. You keep doing your thing.
Yep, we'll do. But I'll talk to you later. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. But I'll holler at you when we get done with the show.
All right. Bye, Joey.
peace.
He said peace. All right, that was Mookie G, everybody calling in. Hey, that worked out. I never had anybody call in during the podcast.
That was awesome.
Well, it worked out just well. Just stuck the thing. I thought about buying there's an adapter thing you can hook in and feed it through to try to take calls, and I'm like, I kind of want to have a soundboard to do it through, but I don't have that yet. But anyways, it worked out. Mookie G, everybody. If you're in Atlanta this Saturday, March 20, what's the date? 23rd, 24th, 25th? What's the Saturday?
25th.
Yeah, hold on. I should be getting dates straight. Because if you're listening on Spotify later on, hey, sorry, and it's after March 25th, you're screwed. Okay. After March 25th, 2023. It's over. So the only reason we're promoting because we're on live on a couple of channels right now, especially YouTube. Anyways.
Yeah.
We were talking about for a Mookie called Blockbuster. So we'll all see. We're all going to be on Pins and Needles.
Yeah.
Watching that. All right, we had a couple other things here. What else did I say that? Oh, yeah. What was this? Okay. Have you seen this crap? Now, I know I've had this conversation. I've seen this talked about on podcasts. We haven't talked about it. We've touched on it. Maybe I can't remember. So please forgive me. But they keep pushing this meatless stuff, okay, right? And we're not talking soy. We've gone down that path of soy, how bad soy is for you, how your body can't digest it well, how it destructs. There's a lot of destruction, actually, there's more destruction to farmland than anything. But they have been working on this for a long while. And I've been watching it and listening to it about synthesized meat in labs.
Yeah.
And now the FDA has now said they've approved, because the FDA knows what's good for all of us in our bodies.
Exactly.
Everything they've ever approved is perfect for our bodies.
Yeah.
Bunch of jackknobs. They've approved lab-grown good meat chicken product, making the meat safe to eat. They have finally gotten approved this lab made. Now they've been doing it with beef. They've been experimenting with beef and all this.
Yeah.
The FDA says it's good for you now. Chemically made, just like meth. Meth is so good for you.
Yes.
So is chicken made in a vat.
Yeah.
In a lab. Because,
it's healthy.
Because if you look at this picture, these people look like the same type of people that make meth. Meth, and meth guys don't look as good as that. But anyways, what I'm saying is, the FDA said you can sell, and now we're about to get shoved down our throats, which Bill Gates and everybody's been trying to do, shove down all this crappy stuff, saying cow farts, we're going to make meat for you in a lab, we're going to print it out on a printer, and it's going to be just as good for you. Bullshit. Bullshit.
I'm waiting for the scratch and sniff kind.
Oh yeah, the scratch and sniff. What's the smell of it? Is it gonna smell like burnt rubber on my grill? You're gonna smell like deflated, burnt tires.
Yeah.
I am not eating that crap.
No.
I am sorry.
And it's the fact of how quick is that going to go into our restaurants?
Oh, dude, it's gonna be so fast, and that
Yeah.
just came out. I just saw that on the other day, dude. It's about to be in our restaurant so fast. They're gonna be
Yeah.
pushing it. It's gonna, the whole whatever, what was it, burger? The whole
Impossible?
impossible. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
impossible to eat. It's impossible. I don't even try it. I'm not even gonna
No.
try it. I don't want
No.
to. And people that
No.
said, I'm not putting that in my. Now I put a lot of other stuff in my body that I should not have.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Yeah, but the thing is you choose to do that.
Yeah, I chose to do that.
They're going to start pushing this crap where there's no choice.
Yeah, you don't have a choice. I'm like, last I checked, I do.
Yeah.
They're like, nope. They're pushing this stuff fast and hard because things, we got another election 2 years. Like, we got to get this out, get the people on this program, get everybody eating this crap, and everybody's starting to wake up and realize this impossible stuff is not good.
Yeah.
All the stuff isn't good for you. It's not well. It's
Yeah.
Your body can't. But the FDA, remember, folks, the FDA also approved Oxycontin, which was the most addictive drug out there because they were bought off and paid off. Don't think they're not getting bought off and paid off right now.
Yeah.
They have not approved things that are very good for you, and they have helped shut down talk about good things that are actually good and healthy for your body, vitamins and things like that you need to take, should take, that help fight things that they approve and sell and get paid to do. They are not an independent entity that are there they are there to be bought and paid for. They have proven that, and that, my friend, is, I don't listen to I don't give a crap. I would rather go buy something that a dude that had a meth lab and cooked out of it, I would eat something from him before I would eat something from them.
Yeah. But it's, you look at, I got some cookbooks from about 120, 130 years ago.
Hmm.
It's simplicity. Then you open one up for today, and it's just a bunch of crap.
Yeah, and then
we wonder what's wrong.
You're like, what? It's like your body wasn't designed to have this stuff and digest.
Yeah.
Your body can't digest it. A lot of this stuff properly.
Yeah, exactly.
It medically, and I say that because I've read enough, I've watched enough before, and I've realized, learn enough, read enough, figured out enough, and just from personal experience, it's like, look, man. When I got the best results out of my body is when I was eating good and fairly clean. When I was eating chicken and potato, and I was eating certain things, and I had things, and I wasn't eating a bunch of junk and sugar. And I cut sodas out of my life years ago. And I hadn't felt better, and I felt so much better when I did. Yeah. And plus, I was working out and powerlifting and stuff, and I was trying to get better and grow strength and energy and that kind of stuff. And I realized I was putting a lot of sugar in my body. I was like, I need to stop this. Nobody told me. I just made that mental decision. Like 4 Mountain Dews a day is not good.
Yeah.
You can't, so it's one of the, and now I can't drink soda at all. I just can't. I can take 2 sips and I'm like, I don't want it. Like my body's like, nope, we don't want this.
Yeah.
So I listen to my body, and I listen to my, what I feel. And then if I feel like crap, other than when it's Irish car bombs, that will not stop. My body will say, let's go.
No, that's the thing is, everybody needs to comprehend their body's different and what their body needs.
Your body's different than mine. You process and digest things different. We know this medically. We know that you can't have certain things. I know I can't have certain drugs that you could take that I can't take, that it will probably kill, that will kill me. That would have or it might not, but I would have a severe allergic reaction, and an allergic reaction can kill you in certain levels, certain things.
Yep.
We just don't know where that is because everybody's body's different.
Yeah.
And this whole thing, everything's good for everybody across the board. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. I've seen guys that can do things and get better results with their body, let's just say in a physical thing, by doing things completely opposite than what I do.
Yeah.
Like lose weight.
Yeah.
Lose weight is a big thing. Everybody loses weight different because everybody's body. My wife keeps saying, help me cook for me. And I was like, your body's different than mine. Yeah. I know what I need to do because I've done enough experiments with my body from powerlifting, working, and over the years and seeing how I'm changing. And at 47 years old, how I've changed. And now without a gallbladder, I have realized, like, okay, this is what I need to do to lose weight. This is what I need to do to feel better. This is what I don't need to do.
Yeah.
Now, if I do it or don't do it, that's up to me. Like me realizing, okay, I just lost 15 pounds because I'm not working out, but I'm not in. I got to stop my intake because I know my triglycerides are through the roof, and your triglycerides are fat that is stored in your blood, that your body stores in your blood, and you can have too much of it. Once you have too much of it, it starts gunking up everything else. Because I'm not working out and burning it off. Why do I need 2,000 to 3,000 calories a day? I don't. So that's up to me mentally to go, okay, where's rubber meeting the road? Well, I need some more fiber in my body. Okay, let's take some more fiber stuff, and then let's not put a whole bunch of food in our body unless we're doing things and your body don't need it. So, what do I do? My body will tell me when I want food. It will tell me when I'm hungry.
But
now it's up to
me. We grow up in a time frame of what's on the kitchen table is what you eat.
That is true.
And you better eat it all.
Here's the thing. At those times there wasn't a lot. Things were tough. Things were tight. Budgets were very tight, and whatever was made, because that comes from an era of where they didn't have food in the 20s and 30s, and that was pushed forward from our great grandparents and grandparents, where there was scarcity. There was things in the 20s. We're going to repeat if we don't wash our asses. Where there wasn't food, there wasn't money, there wasn't jobs. So whatever was made, and I don't want it. Like these little kids, I don't want mashed potatoes and macaroni and cheese. I want, or I just want macaroni and cheese. That's all I want. You're going to have to make me, like, I've walked to people's houses who I've gone and hung out with them. And if you're one of these, sorry, but this just irritates the shit out of me. When you go hang out with some friends that have kids, I've had kids, they're grown, I've dealt with it. But that they ate what I fed them or what was in front of them, or they didn't eat, and they realized, holy crap, he's serious. That will make food for everybody. And they go, oh, wait, I got to go get little Timmy's meal. And I'm like, what do you mean? Well, I have to cook him whatever it is, like mac and cheese or dinosaur. Like, he won't eat nothing else. And I'm looking at all this food going, little son of a gun better figure it out. Yeah. I'm like, so they will make a whole separate meal for this kid because they just won't eat. I just want this. And that's the problem with the society today, is that we fed into that stuff. But what you're talking about is, you eat what's on your plate. Yeah, you eat what you're given. You don't. One, it's disrespectful because your parents have gone out there and worked, made money. And in the 80s, we had a hard time. We were coming out of there was high interest rates. Jimmy Carter was in office, gas shortage, all this stuff. We were coming out of some tough, hard times. So people didn't have a lot of money. People that had in there, whenever they made money and they cooked food, it's like everything was on a scarcity thing. Well, not scarcity. It was just like your mom only bought what she was going to cook, pretty much. For that week, and planning the meals out is it's either going to be liver and Brussels sprouts Tuesday, this on Friday, and utilized everything. Now we're a bunch of wasteful assholes. And because there's money and this and that we can go down the whole economic form, but it was this right because your dad was like, I worked for this. This is what we have. This is what you eat. And if you don't want it, you can go hungry. That's it. I'm not going to we're not going to spend and waste money for anything else because we can't. We cannot afford it. And a lot of people don't understand the 30, 40, the young 30-year-olds and younger don't understand how tough it was in the 80s. And I remember my dad stressed out. I remember how tough it was across the board. And now I had a lot of things a lot of my friends didn't have. And it was at the time where, the whole greed is good because the economy came back after Jimmy Carter got out. All of us, we started, our economy went up, money became more available, opportunities, jobs, stock market, all that kind of stuff. And money began to become an influx and people had a little bit more comfort. In the early 80s, there was not a lot of comfort. And then people who were buying these Cabbage Patch Kids dolls for $200 and beating each other up and all this stuff is because that's all they had. They wanted to take it, and that $200 was everything to them. That $200 might be everything they had in their checking account just to get their kid that toy. So there's a whole different economic of things going on then to now. A lot of similar things, because there's a lot of people now back in those situations that are very tight, very tough, and they need to like we had to do it a few months ago. We were spending money, we were wasting money left and right. We started looking on why. So we're like, we're going to meal plan. We're only going to buy what we're going to buy, and we reduced because groceries have gone to $1,000 a month for families. $1,000 a month. I remember when I used to get budget $350 a month to feed a family of 4.
Yeah.
The $400. And that was, if you go to 400, oh, you could buy the name brand stuff. You could buy this, buy a few extras. It's $1,000 a month. It costs us $1,000 a month. When we started realizing this and started doing the math, when we were talking about eggs going up and everything,
Yeah.
my wife's like, we don't need to buy just to buy. No. So we had to stop, reevaluate, and now we've cut it back. We've cut it back. So now when I do go to Costco, I might spend $250, $300, $400, but that's it. And then I go to Kroger, get five or six things I need that I didn't need or get to, a month supply of.
Yeah.
Costco. So now we're spending probably average $600 a month. A lot of people are still spending that $1,000, but you've got to figure out, because you go to $1,000 real quick now.
Yeah, you can.
Real quick in groceries. So that's $400 a month. $400 a month. 400 times 12 is $4,800.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're gonna eat what's on your plate there, Timmy. I made this. You're gonna eat it. Oh yeah, right. My stepdaughter says I don't like that. I go, you cannot.
And it's the thing of, it's not that they can't eat it. It's that the parents don't want to hear about them arguing.
Yeah, they don't want to deal with it. Well, sometimes you got to deal with hard stuff, and this is why we have a bunch of freaking flakes and a bunch of wimps, because they weren't taught. This is about having tough talks. No, here's why. Went out and worked, stressed out, paying bills, went grocery shopping, then made this for you. Yeah. You didn't do none of that. You get to live and breathe and play Legos and play with your iPad and your iPhone and live life until you have to do this, or you decide not to. Up to you, But until then, as long as I'm feeding you, providing for you, busting and stressed out to the wazoo, sometimes working 2-3 jobs, you're gonna eat it.
Just a little bit of appreciation.
Yeah, appreciation. And they don't, but that's teaching a kid. You're like, oh, that's talking down to them. That's being mean. No, that's teaching them. That's teaching them what you're having to go through and deal with. And oh, that's putting stress on them. Well, you know what's so stress on me? Eggs being $6, $7 now. That's what's stressful. Gas averaged $3. I just got 30 cents off a gallon. I was so happy. $2.89 for gas. I have, we have paid more for gas now. I've paid more, and I used to be on the road, and I'm on the road now. I'm back on the road all over the place. But when I sold building material, I was on the road 250 miles a day. But gas was cheaper. But now I'm like, it's like, I'm burning up a lot of money. People are like, oh, you're hitting the road. But I'm having to do some real hard math. And and by the time I get to a venue, I have already spent everything they are going to pay me to do my show in gas to get there usually. Yeah. Sometimes it will pay for a round trip, but that's it. Hotel is on me a lot of times, and then my food, and then I've got to earn money to do the show. So basically I'm doing the show for free by the time I get there and back, because the gas is gone. Yeah. That's why I sell merch. That's why I have t-shirts. That's why I have these hats. Because as long as I do my job well on stage and people like me, they think I'm funny, and it was worth coming to spend the $15, $20 to come see me, which I appreciate very much. Yes. Here's what I need. I need a tip, because this is how I make money. Yeah. I need to sell you a shirt. If you enjoyed the show, you had a good time, you think it was worth every penny and more, please buy a $20 shirt. That $20 shirt goes in my pocket, and then it helps pay the bills. And sometimes it pays for the gas before it. And there's some shows I do that it's got to pay the gas back to get me home. And I am not kidding. My wife says, why? I said, I am not kidding about this. I'm not being, but I've got to sell X number of shirts every show, X number of merchandise every show. Yeah. To cover that gas, because gas is so expensive. Let's rewind 15 years ago or 10. Let's even go back. Let's go back 5-6 years ago. Yeah. When gas was still $1.50 or so. That $1.50, $1.50 a gallon. Okay. My truck holds 18 and a half gallons. That's almost $20. Yeah. Okay. You do that times 3 fill-ups to go do a show, that's $60. That's $60. So I gotta sell 3 shirts to cover that. Does that make sense? It's simple math. But people don't realize that. It's like, hey, yes, I am taking every opportunity I can. And if you want to book me, book me. I'm not asking for more money. We'll work out whatever you can afford. I know my numbers. I know where they are. But as long as I know I can sell a certain amount. So that way, when I get up there, and I told a booker this a couple of weeks ago, I was like, I will take this lower paid because I'm within a shorter distance. But if it's a bigger distance, I'll take, this one for maybe $50 more because it's going to cost me that to get there. And I'm
Yeah.
taking these shows knowing, okay, I'm spending all my, it costing me this because they don't pay for travel. They don't.
Yeah.
So again, so guys out there selling merch like me, there's a reason why we're selling merch because the merch
Yeah.
is how we make money. So if I can need, so if and I might need a hotel, so I gotta sell enough just to get a hotel. So a lot of these shows I break even. Some I make money. So I've got to sell merch. So, but I have to sell at least $100 in merch per show to make it worthwhile to cover all my nut, all my costs
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So when I get home and I've been up and down the road and spending everything I got to put back into myself to build this thing to keep, because one day it's going to pay off even bigger. And I know that, and it's growing, and I'm excited about it, and I know the cost and I know what's in it. But then when a kid turns and looks at me, or mine looks at me, and or something goes, oh, I'm not eating. Like, you know what I just did? I just ran up and down the road, my ass off, and now the $40 I'm about to spend, the $40 or $50 or whatever I'm about to spend out of my pocket, I had to hustle my butt off. I had to make shirts. I had to get on the road. I had to spend money. I had to go up and down. So yeah, there's a little bit, but you've got to teach kids these things, and everybody stopped. Nobody wants to have the conversations.
No.
They just want to go, I want them to shut up. I'm going to give them the dinosaur cookies or the dinosaur nuggets.
Yeah.
And everybody
go to school and learn all that.
And then it's programming the kid. I can have whatever I want. I just got to bitch and scream a little bit or cry a little bit. Or I get whatever I want and I am a prima donna or I am entitled.
Yeah.
You're not entitled to nothing in this world.
Yeah,
unless
exactly.
you earn it. And Deion Sanders got fired. They were. Did you see the interview with him? The press conference. I should have pulled it on here. I didn't realize we were going to go down this path. And we're over an hour, and I know. And I'm going to finish this up. We'll go into it on another because I am really fired up about this. Boy, you hit me on all cylinders on this one today. But Deion Sanders, they were asking him about jerseys because he's coaching.
Yeah.
And they said about football jerseys, and he's like, "What about it?" And they go, "Well, there's some issues with kids wanting certain numbers you're not giving to them." He goes, "You earn your number."
Yeah.
He goes, "I'm from the old school," and he goes, "You want a number one jersey with the number one? It's because you are the number one."
Yeah.
And he goes, "By the way, numbers," and he explained he goes, "There's only certain numbers of jerseys. I can't have a quarterback wearing 56.
Yeah.
I need 56 for my line guys and for this guy." And I'm like, he goes, "You don't just get numbers." He goes, "That's the thing with this society." He goes, "These kids just think they can get, they want a number, they can have it."
Yeah. Mom and dad will pay for it.
Yeah. He goes, number one, he goes, numbers mean if you're number one, you're number one. You're the best on the team. You're the fastest. You're the dog. You fought. He goes, you want number 32? You're going to fight for it. You're going to dig into it. He goes, in certain positions have certain numbers, but to have the highest ranked number, meaning 32 over 38, you've got to earn it.
Yeah.
And then he starts talking because you know why? Because I make my kids, and he goes, I make my kids earn it because I'm old school. You had to earn everything. Because I had to earn things when I grew up. Because even though I made millions, my kids had to earn everything they got.
Yeah.
Because it set a precedent to work and appreciate and respect what you have. Because that's what the problem is right now. Because I have a bunch of kids out here that think they can say, I want this number jersey, and I get it. I want to play, I can get it. And mama up in the stand who fed them dinosaur nuggets every goddamn meal because he wouldn't stand up to them.
Yeah.
That he thinks he can play, and he's the worst player on the goddamn team. He better be lucky he's sitting on the bench. Better be lucky he's got a goddamn jersey.
But what they don't realize is the number one player is going to help build the rest of the team.
Exactly. And if not, get the hell out.
Yes, exactly.
There's a road. There's a door.
Yeah.
You're not good enough. Everybody wants to be a comedian and call themselves a comedian. That's fine. You got to earn it. You got to be funny, and you got to earn it.
Yeah.
Okay? There's too many labels thrown around too many times of I'm not earning certain things.
Yeah.
And you have got to earn it. Like it took me a long time to wrap my head around the fact that I'm a comedian. And until I think it was Steve Trevino that finally looked at me and said, "You know you're a comedian, right?" And he realized that we were having a conversation, we were hanging out. I'd done a show with him, and he goes, and he because he said, and he called me a comedian, and I was like, "Huh?" And I was like, and it was me and a couple other comedians, and we were talking about jokes and working on some punchlines and just having some fun and just kidding around. And, and he goes, and he looked at the other, he goes, "You got 3 comedians sitting here giving you these punchlines, these tags." He goes, "You better use them." And I was like, and I stopped and I just kind of snapped back and looked at him. And he realized, and he was like, he goes, "You're a comedian, Andy." Right? He goes, "You are." He goes, "Why do you?" He goes, "Do you think you're not?" I said, "Let me just say, it's one of these things about earning things." And in my head, I said, "I haven't got there yet." He goes, "Oh, you're there."
Yeah.
He goes, "You've been there."
Yeah.
He goes, and I get that. He goes, "I understand what you're saying." He goes, "But you're a comedian."
Yeah.
He goes, "You just opened for me at these clubs. You've been doing this as this." He goes, "You've earned that title now. Now it's up to you what you want to do with it."
Yeah. Now you have to push for it.
Do you want to hold it and keep it and really be it?
Yeah.
So for me, it had to come from somebody like that.
Yeah.
Other than I did one show, 5 minutes. I got some laughs. I'm a comedian. No. You got to earn that name. You got to earn
Yeah.
that. But it's thrown around. Things are thrown around. Things are
Yeah.
thrown around way too much without earning things.
Yeah.
Without earning things. And I had another comedian message me this week. We were talking about. I had a couple of new bookers sign on that are bringing me on shows, which is great. Thank you very much. We'll talk about that later in another podcast.
Yep.
Because I'm earning those spots because they see what I'm doing. I'm sending the videos. They're like, "God, you're getting better." And one of them's like, "This is a great video. You had a really good set." And it's all about growing it better. And then another guy messaged me. He's like, "Hey man, I see you're on the road. See what you're doing." Just like what Moogie said. It's one of the things, and it's still at that point, I'm still not considering myself a road comic yet, even though I'm putting in the miles on it. It's going to take me a little bit longer just because I was taught to earn certain things. Now, don't get me wrong. Somebody's going to pop off and say something. I'm going to snap on them. I'm going to, will you drive 13 hours in a day to do a 7-minute set at a show and turn around and come back to jump on a plane to go to another place and to reinvest and spend money? Spend my own money to fly me there, spend my own money to drive me there and back. And I'm not getting paid for these. I'm not getting paid for the show on Friday. I don't get paid. Yeah. So everything I'm driving there and driving back is on me.
Yeah.
And I'm not sleeping. I get in a hotel, coming back, getting home at 4 a.m. So yeah, those things, those hard things are the things that take the earn. So when a parent says, yes, you're going to eat because you know what I went through and did to feed you. Now, yes, am I living my dream? Yes. But is it work? Yes.
Yeah.
These people.
But the difference is, you appreciate it.
I appreciate
you appreciate each and every opportunity.
Yeah. And even when I sold build material, I had to get up. The clock was zero. Nope. I didn't make one dime unless I sold a product or service and it was delivered.
Yeah.
And it wasn't guaranteed I could sell anything. So that's where we get into that whole thing. That's how it spirals down that when you have to earn that. And I taught my kids, like, I gave them, but I was like, you're going to have to earn this. You're going to have to earn this. You're going to earn this. And that's where that comes from. That's exactly where it starts there. It starts with the parents and it starts with the dinosaur nuggets. But the problem is they don't think it's a big thing. It's a bigger thing than you realize. It's like taking a pebble and throwing it into a lake, and it changes the whole dynamic from here all the way to the other side. No matter how long it takes to get there, it will still get there. And that ripple from that day will continue on for the rest of however big that lake is, the rest of life, until it's broken.
People don't comprehend that, though.
Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear it. Anyways, we've gone a little long today. An hour and 9. Got me down a rabbit hole there. Woo, that was fun. God almighty. Fired up Andy Day. I'm on all cylinders today, bro. Anything you want to hit? Talk about promo? Your goddamn feet again.
They need to come back on. Man, I've not done a feet finder in a while. Did you mute?
All right, there. Yeah, I think the cord. Anyway, yeah, Morgan and Morgan. You still doing? No,
we're absolutely doing not much of anything. But I think they're kind of waiting on what's going to happen with TikTok.
Yeah, what is all this? I still get everybody's like, they're going to get rid of it. I'm like, I've ignored it because I'm just like, I'm done wasting my time and energy on stuff that's not going to happen or until it does, or I wake up and I have no TikTok account, which has happened before.
Yes.
So, I mean,
It's a political greed type of thing
Oh, it's 100%
that could take a whole nother hour.
Well, dude, it's going to be the start of socialism, communism in here, and being able to say we can stop whatever we want you to have or not have. We're turning into every other country, third world country, right now for them to tell us what we can and can't have. Now, yes, do I get bad at TikTok? Have I got suspended and taken down over some bullshit and some blah blah? Yeah, all of them. But we're getting centralized and we're getting herded like cattle into these social platforms with this success and all this stuff, and then they're going to tell us we're going to control you now with your success and all this. We're going to go back to the Stone Ages where it's going town to town, performing. Hey, Andy's coming, and the only town's going to know is because it's in the newspaper or the people are talking about it, and that's it.
Yeah,
we're going back to that. Let's go back to it because I'm on the road. I'm going to keep going on the road and doing stuff. Let's go. I'm not doing that well on social as it is. So let's do it. That's what I'm doing now. I think take everybody down. Take it out. But all we're going to do is we're stepping another step closer to being China, to being the socialism, communist controlled and ran country, and people don't see it. People are going to think this is the best. You idiots, you dinosaur nugget eating idiots are going to understand me when I say you wake up and go, we don't like this. And once you say we don't like it, it's over. It's already there. It's there it's there to the world is because it hasn't changed anywhere else. And this is the only place there is. And once it's gone, it's gone.
Well, the thing is, once you put one thing on the law book, that leads to a bunch of other stuff.
Oh, it's done. It's done.
It's over.
It's done. You can't get rid of it. You can't get in this whole, you can't get, you can overturn Roe v. Wade. No, you can't.
Yeah. It leads to other crap.
Once it's there, it's there. I can't wait for it to all implode and burn and everybody like, and we're all like, told you. We try to warn you.
Yeah.
Anyways, not trying to get out of political things. We try to say like, no, but anyways, this is a podcast. So anyways, thank you for watching, everybody. Like, share. We're on YouTube. We're on 17 platforms, including Spotify. We'll probably get taken down after this episode because we got a little too crazy. Jody gets fired up and goes, I'm like, oh, let's go. Let's have a teaching moment.
Yeah. It's always going to educate.
Or remind. It's like, here, let me remind you. We forget things.
We do.
We got too many things going on, and we get trapped into this little hamster. Well, I'm bad about it too. Yeah. Just like my eating. Got bad. I had to take a step back and go, what am I doing?
One thing is, when things are good, we forget all the other crap.
Yeah. Yeah. But if you don't, it doesn't help drive that desire, that grit. It's like, you get comfortable. And I got comfortable. I was sitting here the other day going, man, my wife's like, okay, because we paid off some debt and a few things. She goes, that should take some stress off. I go, I need stress. I need a little bit of stress. I need something on my back. I am so used to being fueled by the burdens of everything. There's something
that keeps you going.
Fire gets you going. It's not so much doing comedy as much as well, I got to pay bills too, and I got to do this. And I got goals, and you do have those goals. And I was like, I still need a little bit of something there just to keep me going. And not get my ass to lay back and be lazy. I just kind of fuel the fire. That's just the way I've always been. And I'm programmed that way. And I'm 47 and I can't reprogram myself any other way. Until you say something like Dino Nuggets, then I'm like, I don't even think we got to our third topic or a third picture I had there. No, we've done enough political. We're not going to do that one. If you're listening, thank goodness you're listening. If you saw it, ignore it. Yes, we talked about way better stuff.
Yeah.
All right, we're at an hour and 40. I gotta go. I gotta get stuff done. I gotta go to Costco. It's good talking to you, brother. Well, I'll talk to you. Hey, man, we need to do the podcast next Wednesday. It'll be my last day in town, but I'll talk to you more about it. Other than that, we will see you guys Wednesday next week because I'm gonna be out of town. There's Jody's feet. He's trying to show us his feet again. He did it last episode.
This thing does this every time I get ready to go off my camera falls.
You are a feet hooker. That's what you are. A feet hooker. All right. See you guys. Bye.